Hello, author friends. This is William Searles with the New York Critique. What I want to talk about today is the deluge of emails we received over the last 24 hours from broken-hearted authors that watched our most recent video. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not. If you get a chance, check it out. Pretty much discussed the overwhelming odds of getting picked up by a traditional publisher. And some of the emails, oh, you crushed my dreams. I should just quit now. How come you're not being more positive? Really, I think to be successful in any industry or any business, you have to understand the market you're in. And I think the title of the video was something along the lines of, it doesn't matter how good your manuscript is, there's a 99.999% chance you won't be traditionally published. And I'm not sure if everyone understood the message. What we meant to say was, there is a 99.999% chance that regardless of how good your book is, I don't care if it has a cure for death in it, you could take the top 10 best-selling books of all time, strip them of their fame, submit them to literary agents, and they have the same odds, 99.999% chance that it won't be traditionally published. With that said, don't let this bother you. A lot of broken-hearted authors, they said it wasn't until my 102nd rejection that I got my 103rd rejection. It's just a numbers game, and your story could be fantastic. And just let's look at some of the numbers here, and the overwhelming odds of getting picked up and being to be traditionally published. Let's say you have a New York or London agent, and that agent gets 30,000 queries per year. Of those 30,000 queries, I've said these numbers in other videos, they're not exact, but they're very, very close. Of those 30,000 queries, they're only going to take on 7 to 10 new clients. Oh my gosh, I've got a London, New York, I got a world famous agent, everything's good, I'm in. That doesn't mean you're in. You're not in yet. They have to submit your story to a traditional publisher. At the traditional publishing house, they have people called acquisition editors. Let's say all these agents submit 500 stories to an acquisition editor at a publishing house. Let's say they send the 500 in. Of those 500, keep in mind the publishers already have a stable of authors. Of these 500 new stories or new submissions, they're probably going to take on 5 new clients. So you got the overwhelming odds of getting picked up at a traditional publisher. You got the overwhelming odds of once you have the publisher getting picked up at the publishing house. Now listen to this. Let's say they pick you up. Let's say a publisher puts out 50 titles. Of those 50 titles, again, not perfectly accurate numbers, but very close. Of those 50 titles, 5 will make money, 15 will break even, and 30 will tank. It's a cookie cutting operation that makes money. It does very well. It works for them. Now, what's the difference between the authors at the traditional publishing house that do well and the ones that don't? Here is where there is no difference between you being independently published or / self-published, same thing, or traditionally published. Once the book is out there, these books, a lot of people live under the illusion that the publishing house is just going to market it to death. They don't. So again, at this point, when the book's out there, it's on you as the author to get the word out. Now let's look at some of the biggest advantages of being traditionally published. One, you got a beautiful product. They've got really cosmetically good-looking covers, cosmetically good-looking interiors, and that is something that has plagued the self-publishing industry for years. Up until recently, you could spot a self-published book a mile away. They got that glossy, shiny cover with some corny picture on it. Nowadays, there are self-publishing, you can do your homework. There's self-publishing companies out there that create phenomenal products. They look just like traditionally published books. Number 2 is traditional publishers historically have the best editors in the world. They do. But there's editors out there that freelance that you can work with if you choose to go independent. And number 3, this is the big one, distribution. Distribution with the big 5 publishing houses, they're going to get your book into bookstores. But that, particularly being a new author, that doesn't mean the book's going to sell. Again, whether you're self-published or independently published, it's on you to get the word out about the book. And if you're traditionally published and don't sell your books, they get returned to the publisher and it comes out of your wallet. So if you're going independently published, hold off on trying to get your books in stores. Try to sell them. Once you start generating sales, these bookstores might get a hold of you to get the book in the store. But don't lose any sleep over your book not being in the store. Work on your marketing plan at first. Okay, again, is it good to have an agent? Yes. Is it good to be with a traditional publisher? Yes. Again, if you're picked up a traditional publisher and your book's out there, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be successful. So back to the point of, regardless how good your book is, there's a 99% chance it won't be traditionally published. But I guarantee you, with 100% certainty, once the book is out there, there's hardly any difference between being traditionally published and self-published because it's on you to get the word out there. What I want to talk about is a service we provide called First Impression Querying. Visit the NewYorkCritique.com and click on the First Impression Querying tab. I'm the one that provides this service for the company. I'm blessed to have a master's degree in creative writing. My first novel was picked up by a traditional publisher without an agent. Went on to become a #1 bestseller. It was ultimately released as a film by Universal Studios and PureFlix. I promise you I know what I'm talking about. And in this service, I look at the first 20 pages of your book. You only have one chance to make a first impression. You've got to get your reader's attention. What I'm looking at is setting, pace, description, dialogue, point of view, and most importantly, the hook. That beautiful reason why a reader will want to follow your protagonist as he or she overcomes obstacles to reach their goal. You got to get your reader's attention. In addition, again, keep in mind whether you're traditionally published or self-published, it's on you to get the word out there about the novel. And you want to get these things going prior to the release of the book. I'll teach you how to set up your social media correctly, how to get involved in conversations with readers that read books in your genre. We'll talk about developing a street team. These are people who are going to help you edit your book, and they're also going to help you get the word out there. People are going to help you market your story. I'm going to show you how to do giveaways. I'm going to teach you how to do books, get book signings in stores. I would love to work with you. I have no doubt I will help you give your novel the best chance of success possible. Again, stop by the NewYorkCritique.com, hit on the First Impression Querying tab. If you mention this video, I'll take $100 off the service. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, follow us. We'd love for you to share it. Again, stop by the NewYorkCritique.com and have a fantastic day. Happy writing.